Hey guys, hope you're enjoying your first weekend of October. I'm gonna have to do this kind of quickly because I'm on my way out to do some stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna be busy tomorrow, so for these weekends, just because, well, last year it was kind of annoying having to upload something on Sundays. Um, I'm not lazy, well, I kind of am, but whatever. I'm just gonna do 2 reviews today, and that'll be your weekend review, so it's a double feature review, and I hope you guys are okay with that. So, I'm going to be looking at 2 movies today. The first one is the other movie by Brian Pollan, who did Bone Sickness. This is their more recent film from 2008. Bone Sickness was, I think, from either 2002 or 2004. I think it was 2004. And then I have Axe, which is released by Something Weird Video, and it says that it was released in 1985, but I think that's a typo and it was released in 1975 because there's no way that this movie came out in the 80s. There is no way. Anyhow, I'll start with Fetus. Pretty much Fetus has a really confusing storyline. And it's really confusing because the one part that sort of explains what's going on has a weird voice effect over top of it, and I couldn't understand what they were saying. But I like the movie. Yeah, it's pretty. This guy. Let's see. Keep in mind that I just watch movies like this for the gore. I don't really pay attention to the storyline. Pretty much has to do with this guy's wife dying during childbirth, and the baby dies obviously as well. And then he goes to like one of those underground odd merchandise stores, like, you know, there's weird stores that just seem to sell like really weird things, and there's always that one guy behind the counter who you know is going to cast a death spell on you. It's a store like that, and pretty much he just wants to he goes there and he buys a book on resurrecting the dead, and he learns all these different things, and he has to go around killing people in order to get the right body parts or stuff to make the, I guess, rituals work to bring back his wife and their child. So, there's some really gross stuff in here. Let me think, what was one of the other... Well, there's a lot of baby killing, which is a little bit gross. But keep in mind, this is also over the top, that, you know, you can't really take it seriously. And, yeah, you can tell they were just having a good time making it because, well, being a filmmaker myself, like, I don't really get disturbed by things like this anymore since I know how it's all done, and, yeah. But it is still pretty gross, and I did actually cringe a couple times, and some of the things caught me by surprise. But this movie is so gory. I challenge you, well, I'd actually say that this is about as gory as... It's up there with Dead Alive. I would definitely say that, and it's again shot on prosumer equipment. So it's technically a modern shot-on-video movie, but it's incredibly, incredibly well done. But again, my only problem with it is that at the time when everything's being explained, and I'm not going to tell you how it's explained or by who it's explained because that would ruin the plot, or that'd be a spoiler for you. But yeah, it's just really, really, really gross, really awesome. And I will say that there is a scene where a man has to give birth through his penis. I watched it with friends, and it was hilarious. Anyhow, I definitely recommend this movie. It's been released by Morbid Vision Films as well. They used to go... there's some behind-the-scenes features on here that explains that, with the, well, Brian Pollan explaining that, even though their movies have been pretty successful, like when Unearthed Films picked up Bone Sickness for release, there was, I think, this one video store, or it was like a whole chain, and they ordered like 5,000 friggin' copies of Bone Sickness for nationwide, which is amazing, of course. But they actually didn't get that much money from it because they're, you know, the ones down at the end of the line, and yeah. So they've started just releasing their own movies. So go to morbidvisionfilms.com, or just type that into Google, and you'll be able to find them. And you can order this movie from there, as you can with Bone Sickness. So Johnny Horror, I forget what the last part of that is. Johnny Horror. I tried to respond to your comment before, and it didn't show up because YouTube's being stupid. So, yeah, if you want Bone Sickness, go there. But again, read some other reviews, because I'm kind of in the minority on that, which is too bad, like I already said. Anyhow, moving on to Sunday's review. I've got Axe, At Last, Total Terror. Now, this movie's pretty short. It's only about 68 minutes. Actually, it's exactly 68 minutes. That's what it says in the back of the box. Anyhow, it's pretty much... This movie's got a bunch of different titles. And, it's a pretty simple plot. This, girl who works on a farm, she's kind of old-fashioned, and, she just, like, everything... I think she might be a Mennonite or something, because her home is, like, really old, and they still, like, kill their own chickens and stuff, and, yeah. But, so she has, I think, a father or a grandfather living with her who is, paralyzed, so he just kind of sits there, and, yeah. But, then these, three convicts, I guess they, Again, keep in mind, this movie, I really was not expecting much from it, so I didn't really pay attention to the plot. I just waited for the interesting things to start happening. But there's really not much to it, and I was looking forward to this because I saw the old trailers for it, and it's a definite grindhouse film, which means that it couldn't have come out in 1985. Partially because, well, the stuff that the convicts are wearing, they're just like 1970s pimps. So there's no way that this came out in the 80s. But pretty much, this girl, these convicts come to her house and they start screwing everything up, so she almost commits suicide because they're treating her so badly, and then one of them tries to rape her, so then she starts killing them. That's pretty much all you need to know, and it's not a very long movie. Only 68 minutes, like I said. But the friggin' special features are amazing. Over 2 hours of special features. That is incredible. Now, the reason it's so long is because a while back I did a review for Body Shop, and there's an extra added attraction, and here, what's it called? Just hang on a second. It's called the Electric Chair, and it's directed by J.G. Patterson, and he directed Body Shop. I started watching it, and then I stopped, not because it was a bad movie, just because, well, I was kind of bored with the movie at that point, but I was just tired of watching movies. But yeah, I'm gonna watch that again, and then I'll do a review for that for another one of these reviews. Generally, this was an okay movie. Again, it's really short, but you know, it's okay. I got it for like $4, which is pretty good. I'm not sure if in Canada we have these stores called The Beat Goes On, which is just like a used CD, DVD, video game outlet, where you can get like really like good quality used CDs, DVDs, video games, you know. But I'm not sure if they have them in the U.S. They've been dwindling in numbers ever since digital downloads and iTunes came into it. But yeah, I got it for $4, and if you can get it for a low price, I would not recommend spending more than $10 on this. But you know, it does have 2 movies in it. One of the interesting things is that there's a ton of theatrical trailers, and I thought that I was getting a lot, but as it turned, there's a bunch of movies or trailers here. I think that one's called Booby Trap, The Child, and there might be another one. But I thought I was getting a lot of trailers, and like half of them are for alternate titles for Axe. So that was kind of funny. I was watching these again with friends, and we're like trying to go to the next trailer, like, what? It's just the same movie, but you know, they had all sorts of alternate titles. I think it depends on where the movie's being shown, like in what region. But there was also, I've got to hurry up, only 30 seconds. There was also a compilation of different poster artwork for Grindhouse films, in addition to radio spots playing over that. And I noticed one of them was like the birth of triplets. Like, what the fuck? People just go to like a movie to see triplets being born? That's kind of weird. What is that, like freaking birth exploitation?